Capricorn, creative fulfillment. That is the definition of the Nine of Cups energy merging with the Ace of Pentacles. Something good is coming your way. You are receiving, Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. My name is Kristen Simone Hansen. Welcome to SeaGoat Secrets. Hi Capricorn, I'm Kristen and I'm a healer. In this video, you are going to get a full rundown of Capricorn's energy for the remainder of April and how it affects you and your placements. I begin with the astrology and I end with a card reading. If at any point in this video you feel connected to me and would like to become a client of mine, you can do so by joining this link here and also in the bio. I welcome you. To get a deeper understanding of how my client circle feels about me so far, you can find this link here that links you to my Trustpilot. And as you all know, I'm a global citizen and I love connecting with all of you on a worldly and global level. So if you have not already, please let me know where you're listening from in the comments and we can all connect and be a strong collective. Now, with all that being said, let's get into this. So Capricorn, here we are in the month of April and we are passing the beautiful Libra full moon. The thing about this moon, Capricorn, is it's quite, a lot of things have been leading us here, right? Where there is Libra, it's always a big energy for you because Libra is your 10th house and well, you are the ruler of the 10th house. And so how you represent yourself in society is a big deal to you. This moon brings us back to October of last year and the things that were taking place during that time, especially when it came to how you wanted to show yourself in society and the relationships that you wanted to see form for you in terms of the bigger picture. So this is like who you wanted to be committed to, it could be marriage, but outside of any legal things, let's just say the kind of person that you wanted to show the world that you were in love with or in a relationship with was in your mind. Some of you can see this moon bringing back old people. It could be an old connection or an old relationship surfacing through your mind and really kind of sifting through and understanding if that person actually did serve you or if it was frankly a perception or if it was an illusion. Another thing as well is seeing the projects that you put out into the world, the things you did when it came to shaping your identity, come back now for you to look and see the work that you put in, the projects that have prevailed and the effort that you have, let's say, placed in order. No, that doesn't necessarily make sense, right? The effort that you put in to ensure that your identity is, let's say, comfortable for you. And something that you want the world to acknowledge you as and see you as. And I would say it depends on where you are with this, Capricorn. For some of you, it can be a really good feeling. You can feel like you're looking at your status and you like what it is that you see and you feel complete. You feel like you've put in the work and you feel like what it is that you did was something to be proud of. Just same thing with relationships. You can look back at an old person and feel complete, feel like, you know what, actually that relationship was not actually what it is that I wanted, or those people don't actually serve what it is that I was trying to do. You can look back and see that those projects or those ideas actually did not make sense for the long term. Or you can be in a space where you can be dealing with nostalgia, dealing with regret, feeling like you could have done more, feeling like you're not necessarily happy with what it is that you see. These are the kind of things that are juggling us here, and especially when we're talking about Libran energy, it's all about balancing the scales, which is why you as a Capricorn tend to be so very good at balancing your public image in that way, right? Giving a little bit here, taking a little bit there, always making sure you have a fair and balanced identity in that sense. And this is, let's say, the conversation. Also, when we look at the 10th house, this is something that is bringing you into an emotional space when it comes to your identity in the world. So yeah, we see the past. Yeah, we see the projects that you've done, the investments that you have made, but we also see this emotional relationship, this emotional deepening that is happening for you. You guys could be finding yourselves feeling sadness, feeling pain, feeling insecurity. I've been talking a lot about insecurity because of the fourth house, because of what's going on with Aries and all the ways Aries is shaking you during the month of April. And so insecurity is a conversation, you know, are you actually comfortable with who you are in the world? Are you actually comfortable with the way you show up? Are you comfortable with the way that people see you? Are you comfortable with the way they have seen you? These are all of the things that are coming up for you and are going to be sifting through your emotional body during this full moon transit. And it's not something to run from, of course, because it's here to get you to look at these things, to understand how to get on the other side. Take the steps that need to be taken so that you can emotionally feel at peace with the person that you present to the world and the image that you present to the world. Authenticity has been such a conversation for you, Capricorn, because of what's going on with Aries. And sometimes when you intertwine authenticity into your life, you know, sometimes you can come across a bit imperfect, let's just say, right? The thing about status and the world is that status doesn't always equal vulnerability. Status doesn't always necessarily equal honesty. Status can simply just be status. It can be the things that we do to perfect our image. It can be the things that we do to make sure that we are showing up in the best way that we can, right? So when you guys start to visit your relationship with self-comfort, your relationship with self-acceptance, it can rupture the way in which your status is showing in the world, because when we look at Aries, Aries is in your fourth, and who rules the fourth? Your opposing energies, your Cancer energy. Cancer rules the fourth, and Cancer is your opposite. Where you are focused on the outside, Cancer can be focused on the inside. Where you are really passionate about the public presentation, Cancer is focused more, or is passionate about the way the internal world looks. And so the way you guys have been shaping your internal world could have affected the way your external world is looking, presenting itself. So it can bring up some insecurities, and those insecurities are there for you to use Libran energy to balance the scales, okay? To balance your truth with your, let's say, your image. Balance all of the things that you've been learning about yourself and the way you've been deepening your sense of self-grounding, your sense of self-honesty, right? Doing all of those things and intertwining them together. It's a time for you to get serious, Capricorn, as I've mentioned to you in the other readings for the month of April. And that seriousness means that you have to look at the nitty-gritty details, okay? You have to get more passionate about your approach in terms of the way you're presenting yourself in your life. Another thing as well about this energy when it comes to the full moon is you addressing things that have to do with contracts. You addressing things that have to do with, again, the details that you have been avoiding. Things that need to be, that need your seriousness. They need your signature in that way, Capricorn, and you can't keep putting them off. So that's another thing that comes up when it comes to this energy of Libra. A lot of you guys became aware of certain things October of last year and have been putting in different steps to get yourself to where it is that you want to go, to end certain, let's say, contracts or projects, and doing so with a lot of strength. But if you've been putting anything off, the ground is shaking and asking you to finalize and finish things. Overall, your emotions are at a full stretch when it comes to serious matters, Capricorn, and most importantly, your reputation, but I'll keep it and say your representation. Okay, for those of you that resonates with. Another thing, Capricorn, is I would say embrace this energy until we get to the end of the month, because this Libran energy is something that is going to be transitioning us until obviously we meet the new moon. And it's important to embrace the things that you need to finish, the things you need to finalize, the honest conversations you need to have with yourself about your own presentation and your own truth in that way, so that you can really embrace the new energy that comes in at the end of the month and continue on the path of momentum, because April has been giving you a lot of energy. April has been good to you when it comes to your sense of energy. So continue on that path, Capricorn, and align with it diligently. Align with it with a sense of passion. Let's just say that. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Capricorn, when it comes to this energy, and we're going to get into the reading now. Hi, Capricorn. So here we are with your second half of April reading, Capricorn. And what do we see here is something that I like, let's just say. We see this new beginning. We see this stabilization. We see a new era. Let's just say that. And it's a wish fulfillment. It's something that you want to happen. It's something you've been desiring in that way. We're seeing this foundation be created, like out of you. It feels like out of you is spilling, I don't know, a truth or an honesty. A new ground is forming, new ground is forming. And yeah, it's a result of your manifestations. It's a result of your wish fulfillment and the result of your desires. So it feels very fulfilling. It feels like the rest of April is a fulfilling time, and it's an emotionally fulfilling time, which is nice. Especially because, with the Libra full moon, you're talking about deep emotions. You're talking about things kind of getting a little bit heavy for you in the 10th house. And what is it that you will do? The 10th house is your practical matters. It is your status in the world in that way. And I like that we see that it's not a heavy energy. It's something that you're actually putting into motion. There's activity here. And it's activity based on your manifestations and your desires. In the clarity, we have uncertainty about the future, and we also have pain, deception. Okay, so this is an interesting energy because although we have this new reality being shaped and we have this new beginning, we have this practicality, we have this ground being formed in this way from a deep emotional space of a sense of fulfillment, it's clarified by an uncertainty, and that uncertainty also feels like a fear. Like there's fear here. There's fear and there's worry. In your shadow, we've got Onisha of Calabash, and this is also accompanied with the Death card. So, okay, we see you worried about blind optimism and that great endings are going to find you. That makes sense, Capricorn. I mean, when things feel too good, right? That's the fear. It's like, can I actually do this? Can I actually manifest this? Can this actually come into fruition? That tends to be the case. And it's like, am I the one who is being naive here? Am I being idealistic? Or will great endings find me? We see the fear is overweighing or outweighing the reality of what's happening, which explains a lot about the clarity, because you're fearful of this pain and deception and all of these things, while a new reality is forming for you in a really great and beautiful way. Interesting. Okay, but with a major arcana happening in your shadow and not a major showing up in your subject, it always lets me know that is outweighing things. That fear of great endings, that Death card is heavy, and it's laying itself heavy on the table, and you are worried about being blindly optimistic, about thinking something isn't as bad as it actually is, or feeling too good in the face of a bad situation. In terms of your advice, we have bring it into form with every journey starts with a single step. So in very simple terms, again, more practicality, more reality being shaped. You are forming a reality for yourself based on your desires, based on your ultimate form of fulfillment. And yeah, your advice here is to just keep going, keep walking forward, keep trying, keep doing it. And the things that you are afraid of here, Capricorn, you have to step out. Every journey starts with a single step. That anxiety that is driving you, that fear that is driving you because of this uncertainty of the future, because of this uncertainty in terms of what will happen, this feeling of this deception and this pain and this shocking attack, like I that's some heavy stuff. But it's like you have to walk through it anyway. You have to understand that despite what you fear, or despite what may be, or despite what things may seem like, you have to carve this reality. You have to carve what it is that you want anyway. You have to do it anyway, Capricorn. Despite how you feel, despite what you fear. Let's move into the healing points. So we have an earth energy to begin. So again, more practical things. So the next half of April, the remainder of April is very practical. It's very physical. It's very literal in that way. You are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions, fear. Lots and lots of fear. You're being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions will no longer seal your personal power and dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. Again, manifestation, practicality, what is happening. Both of these are confirmations in terms of this energy of like you're beginning anew, and you have to just keep walking despite how you feel. You have to keep walking despite your fears of being stabbed, of things working against you, of painful situations coming about. You have to just keep going, and through the fear, how do they say? Feel the fear and do it anyway, Capricorn. That is what's being asked of you. That is how you are born. In terms of putting your feet on the ground. So the way that you move through the shadow, that fear of the death and that fear of being blindly optimistic, is to literally put your feet on the ground and simply say to yourself, I deserve to be free of guilt. I deserve to be free of fear. I deserve to be free of shame. And as I am free of these things, I can form and create the reality I desire for myself. I can bring it into form, right? Underneath that, we have we have a water energy. I'm not going to try to pronounce it right now. It is time to let go. This is my hangman energy. Things are working out in their own way. Trust that your heart is wise and is leading you on a soul healing journey in the right spiritual path. Spirit wants to bring you a blessing and a resolution, but you must let go and allow it to happen. Events are unfolding according to a higher plan. Even if your plans are going awry, know that all will come together at the right time in the best way possible. Surrender your struggle and hold the faith. Yeah, so it's interesting because, like I said, I like what's going on for the remainder of April because you are creating, you are manifesting, your reality is reflecting your deepest desires, which I love. But then there is this kind of heaviness all around it. There is this fear, there is this guilt, there is this shame. There is a divine telling you that you need to let go, that your plans aren't necessarily going the way that you desire. Some of you might experience a situation where there is some kind of deception, where there is something that hurts you, feels like it's stabbing you in the process because of this uncertainty of the future. It's like you're building the future with this Ace of Pentacles and this Nine of Cups, but you're uncertain about it. You're uncertain about how it's happening. You're uncertain about what is coming into form, and you're afraid that a great ending is going to come that is going to really hurt you, a great ending that is going to feel very painful, a shocking ending that is going to feel very painful and very deceptive. That's what you fear. But you have to feel the fear and do it anyway. You have to walk anyway, Capricorn. You have to keep going anyway, Capricorn. But the thing is, you have to let go of the struggle. You have to let go you have to let go of the struggle, and you have to just allow it. You have to allow this process to pan out, even though you are afraid, even though you are nervous, even though you feel fearful or worried. You have to allow it to form. At the bottom of that, we have Anapasis, which I think is very interesting because I'm going to read Anapasis for you. I'm pretty sure it's a water energy for me. Yeah, water. Okay, so more water. Do not give up, but allow your heart to disengage from, allow your heart to disengage from your struggles. It's like the action steps that you take is grounding yourself in the here and now and understanding that you can be free of the fear, that you deserve to be free of the fear. So whatever mistakes that you have made, whatever has gotten you to where it is that you are, and you're now in this space where you're forming something so beautiful. You're forming things that are so very beautiful, Capricorn. You're forming your deepest desires. But you're scared. And then you're being required to let go and allow it to happen. And those two things, the overarching energy is do not give up, but allow your heart to disengage from your struggles. Give yourself much needed rest. You're in a phase of recovery. If you have been off your path, that's probably where the shame and the fear come from. You are going to come back strong. You will regain your spark of passion, inspiration, and devotion. A certain order of events needs to take place for your soul path to come into fruition. Commit yourself to your sacred journey, trusting that the right thing will happen at the right time. This is all about timing, divine timing, guilt, shame, fear. It's like, but still things are moving, Capricorn. It's like it's still moving. Things are coming together, but you have to let go of the anxiety, of the worry, of the fear, of the shame. You have to let it go. You have to just have faith. In this case, you have to step out on faith and allow that faith to be the driving force behind your actions. At the bottom of the the advice deck, we have relax the hold of darkness and be our cause. So this is the overarching energy of what you need to do. You need to bring it into form. You need to feel the fear and do it anyway. And every journey starts with a single step. You have to address it and walk forward. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause is the overarching energy here. Feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Allowing yourself to breathe deep. Allowing yourself to just go with it. And I can't help but see that what you want wants you underneath that. What you want wants you. But the overarching energy there about you needing to continue to walk despite what it is that you see. Walk by faith, not by sight, Capricorn. Okay, so despite that, you have to, or not say despite, I would more like say in unison with that, or in union with that, is needing to understand that as you walk by faith and not by sight, you are bringing in a newfound sense of, I don't even want to say positivity, right? But relaxing the hold of darkness and be at cause. It is you being grounded, like we said. It is you being grounded in what it is that you're trying to do despite everything else. You have to just keep going. You have to just, it's not controlling the emotions. Like I said, it's just give up your struggles, just breathe through them and continue to walk. Like get out of your head, get out of the darkness, get out of the fear. And you have to just keep going. At the bottom of the tarot, we had the King of Cups, and I also saw the Page of Cups, right? But the Page of Cups came in reverse, like a Nija Calabash. But the King of Cups was here. So again, the overarching energy here is stepping out of this sense of idealism, stepping out of this space of almost like a childlike way of approaching something, but also that what's happening is a lack of idealism. And then it shows up in the shadow as well. It's like, it's like this feeling of can I do this? Can I really do this? And that goes along with the King of Cups. It's like with that sadness comes the King, where you're going to be controlling how you feel, navigating how you feel, staying steady in how it is that you feel. As you're bringing this into form, as you're stepping out on your wish fulfillment and your deepest desires, I can be happy to say that it's all about you controlling, or let's say navigating your emotions through it all. Because you're still walking, Capricorn. Continue to walk. Don't break. Don't spill. At the bottom of the clarity deck, we had I like you, right? So something is forming here. Something is forming. I also saw snake as well. And yeah, snake is, other woman competition, all these things. We see a lot of dark energies when it comes to the clarity, but something is forming. So it's like, it seems like whatever is keeping you uncertain, whatever is scaring you, it's something outside of you that feels it. Because I don't feel a whole lot of shadow here, but it's just like around this thing that you are bringing into form, around this beautiful new reality that you're shaping is a lot of, but what about the other side? It's like trying to paint something in the middle of a chaotic intersection or something, like in a chaotic square, right? It's like looking over your shoulder and still trying to paint the picture. At the bottom of the shadow, we had Ogun with, with the 7, it's the 7, the 5 of cutlass here. So again, it's like fear of a fight, fear of a bloody battle. Hold on a second, Capricorn, I'm looking for, okay. Fear of a fight, fear of a bloody battle. But like I said, Capricorn, this doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like heavy energy. It just feels. That's why I'm not surprised I see the King of Cups. It just feels. It feels like a lot of emotion. As you're creating a practical reality for yourself, as you're creating new ground, there's a lot of feelings underneath that. There are a lot of emotions that you're carrying underneath what it is that you're doing. So some of you could be keeping on a good poker face this month as you're forming good things, right? Like it seems like you're really prevailing in what it is that you're doing. But underneath what it is that you're doing is a lot of, emotional, dare I say, I don't want to say turmoil, but heaviness, or not even heaviness. It feels like just fear. Yeah, a lot of fear. Because you're uncertain. You're uncertain about what will be. You're uncertain about, I think like we said earlier, what you deserve, right? So let's do, we've got feel, do, be, think, right? So we're going to do think, feel, do, be. Think, feel, do, be. All right, so we've got think, feel, do, be. Oh, I like that. And we've got the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and we also see the High Priestess. Okay, so in terms of the bottom of the deck, obviously we're looking at a lot of strength here. We're looking at a lot of trusting in the intuition and allowing that to be the decision maker here. Your intuitive pulls are the decision makers here. So what is it you need to be thinking? Again, trusting in your intuition. Your mind needs to be focused on, again, move by faith, not by sight, right? That despite what it is that you see, despite whatever obstacles are in front of you when it comes to you bringing in this new reality, and you're also experiencing a new reality as well. It's a blissful remainder of April, but on the other side, it's like, but will it end? But what is going on with this? I'm uncertain about what's going to happen. I'm uncertain about this future. I'm bringing this into form, but my struggles are still there, right? So what you need to be thinking, like we said, faith. And your mind needs to be focused on, the blindfold. And that like in this moment, you just need to be focused on acting. You just need to be focused on doing, creating. Don't think about what it looks like or what it seems like. Don't turn on the news, just stay inward, stay in the self, and continue to practicalize what it is that you really desire. That's where your head needs to be. Don't lose your head. Your feelings are in the Queen of Cups. Okay, that's a very emotional space to be. The Queen of Cups is also in a self-nurturing space, so you're honoring what you feel by not allowing yourself to be bombarded by what you could think, by not allowing yourself to be bombarded by things that will put you in that space of fear, that will put you in that space of nervousness. Be kind to yourself, Capricorn. Whatever has gotten you here, whatever mistakes you have made, be kind to yourself. Soft, go easy on yourself. Block out what does not serve. Because what it is that you need to be doing is the Seven of Wands. That's a prevailing energy. That's a powering through energy. That's somebody that's not going to give up against all odds. And that's also someone that is victorious. The Seven of Wands is still an energy of victory. But it's the person fighting for that victory. Doing anything they can to maintain it. Because of the way in which you're being kinder to yourself and honoring yourself. And lastly, we have B as the Queen of Wands, Capricorn. The Queen of Wands. She is confidence. Whenever I pull her as what you need to be confident. Be empowered in that confidence. You can do this, Capricorn. You can do this. You got two queens here. And like I said, the Queen of the Swords came at the bottom. Discernment. Also emotional control with the High Priestess, trusting, faith. That faith is the decision maker. Be the Queen of Wands. You can do this. Be fully confident in yourself. You are okay, Capricorn. You can do this. You can bring this into form. No, you have to disengage from your struggles. The divine is in control here. It wants to bring about a resolution, but you have to let go of the way in which your emotions are causing rupture. Just be focused on building this new reality. And again, we don't see like the Nine of Pentacles. We don't see the Eight of Pentacles here. We see the Nine of Cups. You need to be focused on your wish fulfillments coming into fruition. Your manifestations, those beautiful desires that you have inside of yourself, those are the things that you're bringing into form. You need to be focused there. That Ace of Pentacles is strong, very strong, and it's coming from the belly. Let's get a last energy here. Last energy here. Okay, Capricorn, we've got award. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have winning. I'm also going to pull from my Kuan Yin deck. But award, you will be receiving long-deserved fame and award. Long-deserved fame and awards keep moving forward. So again, we go back into this energy, Capricorn. It's a keep moving forward. Bring it into form. Keep going. Keep going, Capricorn. Be fully, blindly faithful in yourself. The Queen of Wands is full of confidence. Okay, you can go. Keep going. You are going to desire what it is that you're going to receive what it is that you desire, Capricorn. Those awards are yours. Okay, those awards are yours. They are hard-earned and they are deserved. When you're moving from a space of wish fulfillment, when you're manifesting from a space of wish fulfillment, it's very beautiful, but it's soft. It's softer for you guys. Sometimes you don't allow things to be so easy. It's scary when it's so simple. I desire it and so I can create it. But this has been long in the making, Capricorn. You will receive. Keep moving forward. Let's get a last message here. Onion says, leave the future golden, daughter of Phoenix. Also found us here. Something good. Something good is coming your way. Simple. Kuan Yin urges you to weave your future into the present moment. I love when to weave your future into the present moment, to call in and draw to you the opportunities, teachings, circumstances, and synchronicities waiting for you, Capricorn, that will enable your soul to live its divine destiny with greater abundance, bliss, and a creative fulfillment. Creative fulfillment. Capricorn, creative fulfillment. That is the definition of the Nine of Cups energy merging with the Ace of Pentacles. Something good is coming your way. You are receiving, Capricorn. You are receiving. Before the month is out, you are receiving. Breathe. Let it in. You are receiving. Weave the future golden. A lot of breathing this month. A lot of deep breathing and letting go of anxieties. Okay? All right, so Capricorn, I love you so very much. Ciao.